I remember now, we were talking about the verse in 2 Samuel verse 12. Yes, there was a mention about killing the child. Are you going to make a comment on that? Why was the child punished for David's adultery?
The child was punished because the child was created out of sin.
Because?
It was created out of sin.
So kill it.
It was a product of sin.
So kill it, right? Whose fault was it? Was it the child's fault or was it David's fault? David gets forgiven and the child gets killed.
Well,
think about it.
Again, you're speaking of a child that's born.
Every baby was killed in the flood. Every baby was killed in the flood.
Say again, say again.
You're talking about.
You're struggling now. Before you were very confident.
No, he said something.
Every baby was killed in the flood through the sin of man.
Yeah, we're not talking about the flood right now. We're not talking about, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. We are not. The sin of the child was what? For being killed. Nothing.
It's not the sin of the child. You're missing the point.
Okay, so whose sin was it?
The sin is the fact that it was born out of wedlock.
No, sin. Whose sin was it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So to punish David, the child had to die.
My friend, whose sin was it?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Whose sin was it?
David.
Thank you. Okay, who got forgiven?
David got forgiveness.
Good. Who got killed?
The child got killed.
Did the child commit any sin?
Now, did I? No.
So are you saying God is unjust?
Do I need to say more?
Whoa.
Do I need to say more?
God is unjust?
Yes.
So are you saying God is unjust?
I am saying, according to your Bible, the reason this child got killed is because his father committed the sin, but his father got forgiven. Why was the flood? Why did the flood happen during Noah's time?
Still is mankind.
Exactly. How much chance did they get to basically ask God for forgiveness? They got a lot of time. You see, in the time of Noah, the flood didn't come instantly. It happened after years of Noah telling them, stop it. Stop committing all those sins. Stop committing X, Y, and Z. Did the child get any chance at all? Did the child get any chance? No, it didn't.
Can I ask the question now?
No, brother.
You can shake your head. You can shake your head. You know that. By the way, I got 4 people against 1. So can we? It is unfair to this gentleman because I started the discussion with Ray.
Can I at least get a question?
This discussion started.
Can I get a question?
Yes. No. You haven't answered the question yet. Do you think it is fair for some child to be killed deliberately for the sin of the father?
Did you read that book?
Do you mind? I'm talking to you.
Let me just.
Are you going to answer my question?
Yes, I'm going to ask. Hold on. Let me answer this question. And I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use the Quran.
Are you going to answer my question?
Yes.
You're going to use the Quran to answer my question. Okay, go on.
In the Quran,
I'm listening.
It speaks of how Allah brought judgment on people, and they were prostrated in the morning. You know what I'm talking about.
Carry on. I'm listening.
Okay. There were babies amongst those people.
Yeah.
He obliterated whole generations.
Yes. Carry on. I'm listening. Yeah. Carry on.
But what did those babies do? Babies are a product of their parents. So because their offspring was a product of wickedness, Allah brought judgment on all of them. He didn't spare any of them.
Yeah.
This is just the nature of how he works.
Okay. So
we have to accept it.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now with regards to the flood, did God warn the people first through his messenger, Noah?
Yes.
How long for?
The Bible, I think, say 100 years.
Yes. In the case of David, how long did he get before he was forgiven?
Again, you talking about apples and oranges here.
No, I'm not. You brought that up. You brought up the flood. If it's apples and oranges, why bring it up?
The point I'm making is that a product of sin. You
know why I'm telling you this?
It's sinful.
Wait, my friend. You know why I'm telling you that this, in the case, whenever Allah brings a punishment upon the people, yes, He warns them.
Knew he did
Look,
wrong.
I'm talking. Let me finish. David did what is wrong. I agree. But David got forgiven without any blood sacrifices. Yes, David got forgiven for the very sin that many of the Christians tell the Muslims that you guys are committing adultery when you marry more than one. But here I'm telling you that this is what God tells you. He has got laws in the Old Testament, in Exodus, in Deuteronomy. If you have more than one wife, this is the law. And this is what you need to do. But you see, in the case, in the case of, for example, the killing in the Bible, many times God tells you that the reason those children were killed was for vengeance. It's not for any sin that was committed. I'll give you an example. In Numbers 31, yes, when Moses kills the people of Midian, the Midianites, what does he do?
He knows they're losing in it.
Yes, he tells them to kill everyone. Yes, whether it's the grown-ups, whether it's the male, whether it's the female, yes, whether it's a child, and who are the only ones to be spared? The ones who have not slept with a man. The girls who were virgins were the ones who were spared. However, the boys, whether they were virgin or not, they were killed. This is Numbers 31. And by the way, this wasn't God committing the killing here. This is God telling the Israelites, the Jews, Moses and his army, to go and annihilate the Midianites. And in another place, Saul was asked to annihilate the Amalekites. And again, in both places, you know what was the reason that was given? Vengeance.
Vengeance of
Yes, vengeance of God against of these people who were basically fighting his chosen people. So it was the vengeance of God for basically what?
sleeping with
To
animals.
kill women and children. The women and children were massacred
It was judgment.
because of vengeance, not judgment.
It was judgment.
Shall I read it to you? Let me educate you about your own Bible. If you think it was judgment, you show me where it says judgment. Because what I see there is for vengeance.
Are you talking about the Amorites?
I'm talking about the Amalekites and the
talking about
Midianites,
Amorites.
both of them.
Okay.
Amalekites
Can I
is in 1 Samuel chapter 15. The Midianites is in Numbers 31.
Let me address
Yes?
the Amalekites.
Yeah, go on, address the Amalekites.
When the children of Israel was coming, to my knowledge, out of Egypt,
Yes, what happened?
the Amalekites came in behind them and started picking off their young.
Yeah, how long before?
400
You
years
see what I'm
before.
saying?
How long before?
How long before?
How long before the Amalekites were told to be massacred?
It took some time.
How long?
He said,
According to your exegesis, according to the Christian and the Jewish exegesis,
have no
400 years.
400 years.
So after 400 years, God says, I want you to take vengeance. For vengeance, kill every male, every female, every child,
Okay.
and not to spare even the domestic animals.
So what are you-
Everyone was
so what are you
killed.
saying?
What I'm saying
What
is
are
that
you saying?
what I'm saying is that this wasn't something for what the people after 400 years have done. It is for what the forefathers had done
So-
400 years before.
So you see.
Why
you
should
see-
they get punished?
You see. Are they innocent or are they guilty?
Well, after 400 years, you tell me.
They are innocent.
After 400 years, you tell me.
But
You know the slavery in America which was abolished, like
Okay.
maybe in the 60s or maybe even a bit
so-
earlier.
here's
For
the-
400 years, they were
here's
enslaved.
the question,
Yes.
here's the question,
For
here's-
400 years, they were
question.
enslaved,
Here's the
and then
question.
afterwards, are you going to say that
Here's
yes,
the
these
question.
people were enslaved for what the
Here's-
forefathers
here's
did?
the
No,
question.
they were enslaved because of vengeance.
Was Israel innocent or were they guilty?
No, according to the Bible.
I said, were Israel
Well, I'm
innocent
answering.
or were they guilty?
I'm answering.
Okay.
Who committed the killing?
No, I'm talking about when they got killed.
Yeah.
When they-
Who
when
did
they-
Who did the killing?
I said, I'm asking.
Answer the question.
Israel.
Answer the question.
Was
Who did the
Israel
killing?
innocent
No.
Or was they guilty?
Who did the killing?
Justify the killing.
Wait. Who did the killing? Who committed the atrocities?
See, you're not. I'm asking you about Israel.
see-
You asking me about the Amalekites.
No, the Amalekites were killed by whom?
No, I'm talking about the Amalekites killed the Israelites when they came up out of
Yes,
Egypt.
yes. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
And
That's
I
what the
said, was the-
that's what
was
it
the
does.
Israelites innocent or were they guilty?
At that time, when Israel was during I think it was during the Exodus, yes?
Yes.
When they got killed by the Amalekites.
By the
or
Amalekites.
whatever. At that time, the Israelites were the innocent.
They were innocent.
I agree.
So God came back and killed their innocence.
I agree. No.
Take mine, I'm gonna take yours.
Wait.
That's how it works.
Which is exactly what I'm saying. Which is exactly what I'm saying. Vengeance. Vengeance. That's what I've been telling him all along. It wasn't for any judgment. It wasn't anything to do with because you guys were sinners. No. It was exactly like you said, for vengeance.
That's
And who did the killing? Wait, the Israelites?
Take mine, I'm gonna take yours.
Is that your policy?
That's his policy.
Is that your policy?
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a
Do you
tooth.
consider that
That's the
moral?
Old Testament. That's the Old Testament.
You weren't listening.
You gotta live with
All
it.
along.